Imagine folding down the rear seats of a compact SUV and successfully stuffing, like exactly 26 carry-on suitcases inside.
It sounds totally impossible.
Right. It sounds physically impossible for a daily city car. Well, thank you so much for tuning in as always, because today we are taking a custom deep dive just for you to figure out how that's actually a reality.
Yeah, we're pulling from a whole bunch of English and Italian reviews today.
Exactly. To answer a really specific question, is the 2026 Volkswagen ID.4 the ultimate family EV? Or is it, just another face in a super crowded market?
It's the perfect question to ask right now, I think, because priced between 46,570 and $59,130, Volkswagen is explicitly pushing this as the EV for the everyday driver.
Highly practical.
Exactly, it's meant to be practical.
Yeah, I like to think of this car as like a really reliable pair of everyday sneakers.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
Right. It's not a flashy neon designer stiletto, and it's definitely not a heavy-duty hiking boot. It's just the practical shoe you actually want to wear on the daily school run. But to get that 26 suitcase capacity, they had to totally rethink the physical structure of the car, right?
No.
Because I've driven converted EVs where they just rip out the gas engine and shove batteries under the seats.
Oh, and it completely ruins the interior space.
Totally ruins it.
Well, that's the core difference here. The ID.4 uses Volkswagen's MEB platform.
Okay, what does that mean in practice?
Basically, instead of adapting an old gas-powered frame, they built a skateboard-like chassis completely natively for electric components.
Oh, gotcha.
So the battery pack just lies completely flat along the bottom of the car. And since there's no bulky transmission tunnel running down the middle...
You get a totally flat floor.
Exactly, you get a completely flat floor. And the Italian reviewers actually specifically rave about this. The interior cabin volume is just immense compared to the car's exterior footprint.
Wow. So that structural shift really explains the massive passenger legroom and that huge 543-liter trunk.
Yeah, that's where the 26 suitcases go.
Right. But let me push back here for a second. If I'm driving this cavernous vehicle packed with family gear, doesn't it just feel like navigating a heavy minivan? I mean, most people switching to an EV today, they expect that instant whiplash-inducing acceleration.
You know, Volkswagen actually engineered the ID.4 specifically to avoid that whiplash.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they intentionally dialed back the throttle mapping.
Interesting.
So whether you get the rear-wheel drive model, which has 282 horsepower and up to 291 miles of range, or you go for the all-wheel drive version with 335 horsepower, it just feeds power to the wheels linearly.
Okay, so it feels smooth.
Exactly. It feels a lot more like piloting a heavy, luxurious glider. I mean, it can still hit 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds.
Which is plenty fast.
Right, but it actively prioritizes smooth acoustic comfort over, like, sporty corner-carving sharpness.
Which makes total sense for a daily commute. And if you're navigating those incredibly tight city side streets you mentioned in your notes earlier, the rear-wheel drive version has a microscopic turning radius.
Oh, it practically pivots on its rear axle. Brilliant for city driving.
But let's shift gears to the cabin technology because, honestly, this is where the whole safe, reliable family car narrative completely fractures for me.
Ah, you're looking at the 12.9-inch touchscreen infotainment system.
I am. And I'm looking at the fact that they removed almost all the physical buttons, right down to replacing the steering wheel controls with touch-sensitive surfaces.
Yeah, that's a bold choice.
If I have to take my eyes off the road just to tap a screen to adjust the air conditioning, doesn't that fundamentally compromise its safety? I mean, it's like trying to cook in your kitchen blindfolded.
That's a great analogy.
You have absolutely zero muscle memory to rely on, and suddenly a simple task requires your full cognitive attention.
No, it's a very valid criticism, and undeniably the ID.4's biggest stumbling block. Now, Volkswagen's recent 4.0 software updates did vastly improve the computer's processing speed.
Okay, so the screen doesn't lag like it used to.
Right, it's much faster. But the physical usability issue, like the lack of tactile feedback, that remains a real barrier.
And that specific reliance on digital touchscreens over physical dials is actually the deciding factor when you line the ID.4 up against its biggest rivals.
Definitely.
Take the Tesla Model Y. Tesla basically invented the touchscreen-centric car, so they obviously win on pure tech and charging network integration.
True, but the ID.4 strikes back by beating Tesla on acoustic cabin comfort and premium European material quality.
What about the Korean cars?
Well, if we look at the Hyundai Ioniq 5 or Kia EV6, you see another distinct trade-off. Those models boast an 800-volt architecture.
Which means faster charging, right?
Exactly. Because they use higher voltage, they push electricity through the cables at a lower current. Less current means less heat generation, so the batteries can safely accept a massive charge. It takes you to 80% in just 18 minutes.
Wow, 18 minutes is incredible. But they sacrifice the traditional boxy SUV trunk shape that makes the ID.4 so practical for hauling all that stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, and for the tactile button lovers out there, your notes highlighted the Skoda Enyaq, which is essentially the exact same car as the ID.4 underneath, but built with a much more traditional interior layout.
Yeah, it's a great alternative. So when you synthesize all of this, the 2026 ID.4 proves to be a deeply reassuring vehicle.
Definitely.
With its 5-star Euro NCAP safety ratings and comfortable ride, it really excels at exactly what it was engineered to do.
It doesn't need to be a spaceship to be a fantastic daily driver. Thank you so much for spending your time with us on this personalized deep dive, listener. We really appreciate you letting us do this for you.
It's been a fun one.
But before you go, think about this. If modern cars are essentially rolling smartphones, and Volkswagen's biggest flaw is entirely centered on its touchscreen interface, will the future's best car be decided by software developers instead of traditional automotive engineers?
Something to chew on.